America, we got to get back to doing what's expected of us as free citizens in this democracy. That means being tolerant, being respectful, staying informed, and being engaged. I'm former Congressman Joe Walsh. Follow me here and join the millions of Americans who are renewing their social contract with each other. The social contract, it's on us. Hey, good Wednesday. I say this again as a relatively new Democrat, right? Good morning, everybody. I say this as a new Democrat. Only been a Democrat for about 6 weeks. Hey, Democrats, my fellow Democrats, are we going to wait until the house has burned down before we fight? I mean that. That right there is a serious question. Are we going to wait until the damn house has been burnt down to the ground before we say, you know what, we got to fight? We got to fight them. We got to fight to win. We got to fight to save the house. Put it another way, my fellow Democrats, with all humility, Republicans are playing for keeps. Republicans are playing to win. Rules and laws and norms be damned. Hey, Democrats, when will we do the same? When will we do the same? Republicans are prepared to fight to the death. Think of it like this, my fellow Democrats. I know this as a former Republican. I know this as a former MAGA. Republicans are in this thing to win, and they're fully prepared to fight to the death to destroy our democracy and the rule of law. Democrats, are we prepared to fight to the death to preserve democracy and the rule of law? I mean, it's been just over 6 months since Trump was sworn in. And after 6 months, hell, after 5 months, hell, after 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, hell, after that first afternoon when Trump became president, it's clear, it was clear that Trump and Republicans said to themselves before Trump was sworn in, fuck it all. I don't give a damn about laws. I don't give a damn about the rules. I don't give a damn about the institutions. I don't give a damn about the norms. We will break everything and destroy everything to win. So by the time Trump raised his right hand and was sworn in, they were ready to go. And I remember doing a lot of media in the first week or two after Trump won. And I kept getting asked, Joe, why are Democrats being caught flat-footed? How come it doesn't seem like they were ready for this onslaught, this unconstitutional onslaught, this lawless onslaught? How come Democrats are still playing, a game that we all played 10, 15, 20 years ago? I'll put 3 things in front of us, Democrats, to demonstrate how Republicans are fighting. And I do this because, again, Democrats aren't fighting. Democrats don't fight. Democrats still don't fucking understand this moment we live in. I say that as a Democrat, a proud Democrat. 3 data points. to support my thesis this morning that Republicans will do anything to win. And by winning, here's the thing, Dems, by winning, what does that mean? If they win, democracy, see you later. Pluralism, see you later. The rule of law, see you later. Public corruption, doesn't matter, see you later. Basic human freedoms, see you later. This is what the world will look like if MAGA and Trump win. But don't have time right now to get into why Republicans want to do that. I don't care right now, right? I'm of the mindset, I just want to fucking beat them, defeat them. But 3 data points to show you and me that my former political party will do anything to win. Congressional Republicans are outright ignoring their oath to defend the Constitution. Completely. I'm a former member of Congress. I was sworn in. I raised my right hand and I swore to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. Republicans this time didn't do that. They didn't take that oath in early January. When they raised their right hands in early January, congressional Republicans said, I will do anything I have to do to uphold and defend Donald Trump. Fuck the Constitution. Congressional Republicans talk about doing anything to win, have openly defied their oaths of office to defend the Constitution. I've said it before, right? We have 2 branches of government right now. This is how badly Republicans want to win. They've literally eliminated the legislative branch. Congress serves no purpose but to advise and defend and fight for the executive. We do not have 3 independent branches of government. I've said that a bunch. We've got 2, the executive branch and the judicial branch. We no longer have a legislative branch because congressional Republicans have said they will not defend the Constitution. They are working for Trump because they want to win so badly. They literally gave up an entire branch of government. What are you, my favorite Sean Connery line from the Untouchables Democrats, what are you prepared to do? Republicans just put on the shelf, put away an entire branch of government to win. And look what they did just 2 days ago. Literally shut down Congress to cover up Donald Trump and the Epstein files. Man, one of the biggest, most important jobs Congress has, the legislative branch has, is to provide oversight. That's their greatest check and balance against the executive branch. Oversight. There's no oversight now. There's been no oversight for 6 months. Congress was just sent home. Stop the people's business. No bills, no laws, no nothing, no hearings, no nothing. We don't want to talk about the Epstein files. The president has told us to ignore the Epstein files, so we are going to cover up for him because we know he's in the Epstein files. And because we work for him, that's our job. We took an oath to defend him, not the Constitution. We're shutting down Congress. And that's what Mike Johnson did. because Republicans will do anything to win. When will we, Democrats, do the same? Data point number 2. They're ignoring court rulings. Donald Trump is ignoring court rulings. Just ignoring them. Latest study out, we alluded to it yesterday. Some 33% of judicial rulings that have gone against Donald Trump these first 6 months, the administration is just simply ignoring. Giving the middle finger to. And Trump knows he can do that because remember, there's no Congress. So there'll be no investigations, there'll be no hearings into what Trump is doing, ignoring court rulings. So because Congress works for Trump, not the Constitution, Trump has just said, screw the court 32 or 3% of the time. Man, at one time, in one day, that was a real bright red line. Defy, ignore a court ruling? But they will do, Trump will do, and his party has learned from him, Democrats, they will do anything to win. Dems, what are you prepared to do? And then the final, I could go on because I got a long list, but I'll just give you one more piece of evidentiary, one more piece of evidence that Republicans made up their minds that they don't give a fuck about the law. They don't give a fuck about the Constitution, rules, norms, institutions, anything. They are on a mission from God to turn America into some Christian, nationalist, authoritarian heaven. And they're going to do whatever they have to do to get there. Whatever they have to do. And again, the whole point of this lecture is Democrats, my God, Democrats, this is going on right in front of us. He's not hiding anything. I mean, this isn't a data point, but open corruption. I mean, Trump is all over the Epstein files. He is trying to do everything but release the Epstein files. Now he's going to cut a private deal and do something really nice for Ghislaine Maxwell, get her out of prison. She'll cover up for him. All corruption, Trump's Justice Department. We don't have a Justice Department, an independent Justice Department. We don't have an Attorney General. I tweet that out and say that once a week. America does not have an Attorney General. We have not had an Attorney General for the past 6 months. Pam Bondi, not Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi is Donald Trump's personal lawyer. Because they will do anything to win. But one more data point for you. Right now, as we speak, Republicans in Texas and Ohio, and there'll be more states, are pushing ahead and going to enact mid-decade redistricting, just obliterating any notion of fair play, openly cheating. And I know we all know the deal. We all know kind of the rules and the setup, right? Every 10 years, we do redistricting in this country. We take a census, and based on the numbers in that census, we reapportion federal and state districts, House districts in each state. We do it every 10 years at the census, right after the census. And every state, right, can do, every state has their own deal and rules on how they draw districts. Most states still gerrymander. Most Republican states gerrymander, and most Democratic states gerrymander, but they do it every 10 years, right? Every 10 years. It's 2025. We're midway between redistricting, mid-decade, and Texas is going to do it again because Texas wants to create 5 to 6 more Republican districts because Texas wants to make sure Republicans don't lose the House in 26. So they are openly cheating in an unprecedented fashion, basically telling the people of Texas and the people of America, I don't give a fuck what the census says. I don't give a damn what the people of Texas said, right, back in 2020. And I ain't waiting until 2030. We're going to fucking cheat now. We're going to create more Republican districts now. Texas is doing it. Ohio's doing it. More Republican states will probably do it. It's unprecedented. It's political cheating at a scale we've not seen. But Republicans are doing it. And Democrats, a bunch of Democrats are yelling about it. Gavin Newsom out in California was yelling about it. Okay, we'll do the same. Some Democrat states are talking about maybe we should do the same. If Texas and Ohio and Missouri add a bunch of Republican House seats to their map, then we'll go into some of these blue Democratic states and we'll do the same. Talking about it, maybe. No maybes, Democrats. What are you prepared to do? Again, where I began, you're going to wait until they stolen the midterms? You're going to wait until that and then begin to fight back? You're going to wait until the house burns down and then fight back? I don't want to hear any Democrat talk about maybe we should do what Texas is doing. You have no fucking choice. Do it now. Beat Texas to the punch. Illinois, New Jersey, whatever. Part of the problem is for Democrats generally believe more in good government. And when it comes to redistricting, Democrats have more states in this country where a bipartisan or nonpartisan commission determines the districts every 10 years. So to change that in California and many Democratic states, you'd have to change the state constitution. That's a big deal. But Democrats, I say, fuck it. What are you prepared to do? They'll cheat, Republicans will. They'll steal, they'll kill. They'll break every window in the building. They don't give a damn if their mother or grandmother is lying down in the middle of a highway. They'll step over her to win. Republicans right now do not care about the rule of law. They openly defy it. They do not care about the Constitution. They ignore their oaths to defend it. We know that. They do not care about democracy. They're out there trying to rig every election and change the way we count votes in battleground states. They're doing everything they can to put in place, my fellow Democrats, their vision of a white, Christian, nationalist, authoritarian America. And where I sit, Dems, as a new Dems, is fucking A, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to fight with everything I've got. I'll cheat, steal, kick, beat up, break. I'll do everything. Norms, institutions, not right now, baby. My house is burning down. My democracy is disappearing. The rule of law. We ain't nothing without the rule of law. You take away that, we're done. So I will break every law, rule, and norm to defeat them. Dems, this is not about policy. And some Democrats are beginning to get this. This is like just raw political warfare. And it's reflected in every poll. Democratic voters just want fighters, 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 fighters. Don't care where you stand on an issue right now, Joe. Just be a fighter, fighter, fighter. Because it's all about right now, just defend democracy, defend the rule of law, defend pluralism. You know, that notion that people in this country, right, big, diverse country, we can live and we accept people of different faiths and beliefs and practices. We accept that. We are a pluralist society. Republicans want to be done with that. I'm done with this. Democrats, Republicans are doing anything right now and breaking everything right now to win. When will we do the same? I need to segue to this. I don't care, Mad Bull, about policy ideas. Trump's not about policy. Support for Trump isn't about policy. This is not the time for policy. This is the time for you're either on the side of democracy or you're not. That's it. And Republicans are not on the side of democracy. Crystal clear. I got a bone to pick that will probably piss everybody off, but that's okay. You remember Mahmoud Khalil? He was that young man here on a student visa, went to school at Columbia. ICE detained him a few months ago, secretly detained him, put him in a detention center, I think down in Louisiana, held him. Utterly horrible, unconstitutional what our government did against him, all because of his beliefs, all because of what he said and or wrote. He's very pro-Palestinian. He's very anti-Israel. So the Trump administration went after him. The courts rightly a little bit ago said, boom, that was wrong. That was illegal. Free him. You can no longer hold and detain him. And now he's fighting back. He's sued the Trump administration and he's doing his best to not be deported. Mahmoud Khalil. Keith, you got that headline? Thank you, boss. So this guy, Mahmoud Khalil, was on CNN yesterday, and he was asked repeatedly if he condemned Hamas. And each and every time, he refused to condemn Hamas. I watched the clip. He was asked about 3-4 times. Do you condemn Hamas? I know you don't like Israel. I know you condemn the government of Israel. I know you think they're committing genocide. I hear you, Mahmoud, all of that. Do you, though, also condemn Hamas? And he would not. Two points to make here. Look, what our government did to him was horrible, cruel, and un-American. And shame on our government for detaining him. Shame on our government for trying to deport him because of his beliefs and because of what he said. I deplore what our government did to him. I am glad that he is now free. He should not be deported because of what he believes. And I will defend with all of my strength his free speech rights. But I'll also defend my free speech rights, and I'll defend my right to call him out. And if you can't condemn Hamas, a terrorist organization, an evil terrorist organization. That's chicken shit and that's bullshit. Shame on you. I mean, I get it, Mahmoud Khalil. I get it, right? You condemn Israel all you want. I disagree with you, but you have a right to condemn Israel. If you think Netanyahu's a terrorist, fine, call him that. You have a right to say that. If you think the IDF, if you think the Israeli government is a terrorist organization, you have a right to say that. Get all of that? I disagree with all of that, but I would protect your right to say all of that. But if you don't have the fucking balls to condemn Hamas when asked, an outright evil terrorist organization, well then, Mahmoud Khalil, that then causes all of us then to say, well, now wait a minute, right? I'll defend his free speech and he doesn't like Israel, but does he support Hamas? And if you can't or won't condemn Hamas, Mahmoud, then you got to live with the fact that a lot of us then might think, oh, you support Hamas. If you can't condemn them, like if you can't stand in the public square, if you believe this, I condemn the terrorist Israeli government and I condemn the terrorist organization that is Hamas. If you believe both of those and you can't say both of those, then you're a chicken shit coward and you're a political hypocrite. Or worse, Mahmoud Khalil, you condone Hamas. You support Hamas. And you do what you did yesterday on CNN. That's a conclusion a lot of people are going to draw. Mahmoud Khalil, I'll defend your right to say whatever you want. But man, I'll call you out till the cows come home for not having the decency to condemn Hamas. The other point I wanted to make, though, is I put this out. I called Mahmoud Khalil out on social media, on Twitter and Blue Sky and Substack and Threads and all of it. And I said what I've just said here. Look, what our government did to him is horrible. I condemn our government for doing what they did to him. I'm glad he's free, and I will defend Mahmoud Khalil's free speech rights to say whatever he wants to say for as long as I'm breathing. But I'll also condemn him for this. He doesn't have the guts to call out Hamas, to condemn Hamas. Does he support Hamas? So I basically posted that yesterday. I posted it on Twitter, which is mostly right of center, and I posted it on Blue Sky, Threads, and Substack, mostly left of center. And wouldn't you know, the reaction was just classic. The reaction on Twitter was kind of like laughing at me. Hey, Joe, this is the big tent you wanted. You wanted to be a Democrat. Now you're with a bunch of Hamas-loving Democrats. I don't even know, by the way, if Mahmoud Khalil is a Democrat. I don't know what he is. But I got all of that, or I got some. Hey, wake up, Joe! This is your new party, man. This is your new party. You are a pro. You joined when you became a Democrat, Joe. You joined a pro-terrorism party. I got all of that kind of shit on Twitter. But then on the left of center platforms, Blue Sky, Threads, and Substack, I got attacked by the left. Defending him, defending Khalil. Oh, Joe, this is the Zionist in you, Joe. See, Joe, Israel's committing genocide and you're supporting it, Joe. Lay off of Khalil, Joe. Why should he condemn Hamas? Israel's the one that should be condemned. I got the exact opposite reaction on the platforms that are left of center. Rarely on either platform, right of center Twitter or left of center Blue Sky and the rest, did I get anyone who said, I got a few, but rare, who said, yeah, you know what? No matter what you think about what's going on in the Middle East, Hamas is a bad actor. It's a terrorist organization. It's an evil terrorist organization. You should condemn them. Even if you don't like Israel and you don't like Netanyahu, even if you think Israel's committing genocide, you can still condemn Hamas because they're bad. It's like we are so fucking buried in our partisan holes. So very few of us can simply speak the truth. Like, so few of us can say, if you believe this, I know there are a lot of people out there who believe that Israel's government is a terrorist organization and they're committing genocide. I don't believe that. I know there are a lot of people who believe that. Fine, then say it. But I know there are a lot of people who believe Hamas is a terrorist organization that has a long history of targeting and killing civilians, even their own. But on the left, they can't say that. They can't condemn Hamas because they have to 100% be focused on how bad Israel is. And on the right, they can't be critical at all of Israel. And Hamas and the Islamist terrorists are responsible for everything. Very few honest brokers in the middle who, if you believe a pox on both houses, just call a pox on both houses. Call them both out. Why do you have to bring up Israel if I asked you about Hamas? Why do you have to bring up Hamas if I asked you about Israel? If I ask you, will you condemn Hamas? Then don't both sides it for that question. Just answer, do you condemn Hamas? If I ask you, do you condemn Israel? Just say it. Just a reflection of where we're at. We're blind. We're politically blind. We've got blinders on. It just cracks me up. I'm a new Democrat. I'm very pro-Israel. Fuck you, Joe. You're not a Democrat. That means you're still MAGA. You're a Zionist, Joe. Well, I am a Zionist, a proud Zionist, but I'll still sit down with you and have a conversation. Last topic here, really quickly, Keith. Look, can we just cut to the chase? Donald Trump lies to you every time he opens his mouth. Donald Trump lies about everything. China doesn't pay for tariffs. Brazil doesn't pay for tariffs. You and I pay for tariffs. End of story. Plain and simple. We just got the latest evidence yesterday. Keith, you got that article up, that headline up. American steelmakers are raising prices. Follow me, MAGA. Do your best, MAGA, to follow me. Trump lays down a tariff of 25% on steel. So then what happens? American steelmakers raise their prices 24%. So American manufacturers, everybody in America who uses steel for cars, automobiles, anything, their prices go up. You see how that works? Trump lays down a 25% tariff on steel. American steel makers, so not only do we make the steel, Trump makes the steel coming in from foreign steel makers more expensive. So steel manufacturers, steel users raise their prices 24% because of that. But also American steel makers raised their prices 24%, meaning American manufacturers, any company in America using steel for whatever they make and produce, is raising their prices, has raised their prices 24 to 25% on you and me. Did you see how that worked? All because Trump put down a 25% tariff on steel. So you see, boys and girls, you and I do pay for the tariffs. The American consumer pays for the tariffs. The American steelmaker, the American manufacturer pays for the tariffs, and the evidence is in. They're passing it down to us. 25% tariff, raise their prices 24%. All of our steel makers and manufacturers do. The American people pay 25% more for every product made with steel. Cool, huh? It's just so cool when 1 + 1 = 2. When C comes after A and B. Wake up, MAGA. Wake up. Thanks, Keith. I'm done. I've gone on too long. Hey, if you want to shoot me an email about anything, do. The Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. All one word. There's my Substack. Check it out every single day. Please subscribe. Social Contract with Joe Walsh.substack.com. Social Contract with Joe Walsh.substack.com. Thanks, everybody. TikTok, thank you. Everybody, be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.